WTO is associated with long talks, various tariffs, customs quotas, imports and exports, as well as with other terms which our consumers sometimes do not understand. The task of WTO market program is to break all the barriers between buyers and sellers because we know everything about the prices. What the logistics market of Kazakhstan is short of? How does the accession to the WTO encourage the development of cargo shipping? And how is Kazakhstan going to get access to the world ocean? Iran halved domestic rail rates. This measure will make transportation of cargoes via the international north-south transportation corridor from India to Russia more attractive for customers. By the end of 2016, the volume of marine transport operations decreased by 2%. Experts think that smart ship-owning companies, which operate their fleet and logistics by means of up-to-date satellite, will become a trend of the future. China is testing the world's first cargo drone. The expected carrying capacity of the vehicle is about 300 kilograms. Nowadays, the market of logistics services in Kazakhstan is developing at a fast pace. Only in a month's time, the cargo carriage volume reaches, on the average, 300 million tons. In the period between 2008 and 2016, the overall cargo turnover in Kazakhstan increased by 1.5 times. At the same time, carriages of goods by road increased 2.5 times. Most of countries with a vast territory traditionally give preference to railway services. However, over the last years, automobile transport in Kazakhstan has been further developed. Motor transport is more mobile. Unlike other types of transport, it delivers cargo from the shipper's warehouse to the warehouse of recipient without any additional operations or overloads. This ensures a high degree of cargo safety during international transportations and customs procedures. Most of transportation and storage enterprises are concentrated in two largest cities of Kazakhstan, Almaty and Astana. The majority of them are small businesses. There are more than 400 of them throughout the country. However, big players sometimes also join the market. We try to cooperate with transnational companies which are known in all continents and markets. The policy of our company is adapted to needs of these customers. There are special requirements for major transnational companies, and we answer these requirements. The geographical position of Kazakhstan between Europe and Asia catches the country's perspectives in the global freight market. Cargo traffic is increasing owing to reconstruction of roads and improving of their quality. The accession to the WTO implies the increase of freight and goods traffic to our country and from our country. This is our niche. Our services will be in demand. Kazakhstan intends to continue developing its cargo transportation market, in particular by means of improvement of roads quality, professional development of workers, and increasing the number of enterprises. The country is an important player on the transit market of its neighbors, but at the same time, it develops inland logistics. Our railroad transport system is constantly developing. New railway lines are being constructed. We have a great potential for development of road and air. Unfortunately, there are limitations for development of our marine transport because we have only the Caspian Sea, which has no outlets to other seas. Still, Kazakhstan has an immense potential in terms of logistics development and therefore is capable of reaching the global level. Of course, the development process is a challenge, since recently economists often say about the shortage of storage areas in Kazakhstan. The country needs an efficient storehouse system which would allow to minimize cargo transportation costs. Kazakhstan has set a goal to become a transport and logistical hub in Eurasia. The country's geographic position contributes to this. Kazakhstan has land frontiers with 5 states. In the Caspian Sea it borders Iran and Azerbaijan. Kazakhstan has a membership in the EU and the WTO and conducts trade with dozens of countries. Other states use its territory for transit carriages. Currently, only 15,000 trucks take part in international transportation of cargoes. 7,000 of them work for large distances and travel to Eastern, Central and Western Europe, to Italy, Spain and Portugal. Nowadays in Kazakhstan, much attention is paid to the development of Western Europe, Western China International Transit Corridor. Its main advantage is that it allows to reduce the time of transportation of cargoes. The period of transportation is reduced 4 times in comparison with sea route, from 40 days by sea to 10 days by road. In the nearest future, the load on the road transport of Kazakhstan will be only increasing. We have a very good neighbor, the world's second economy, Chinese People's Republic. Even now, cargoes from China are delivered through Kazakhstan to 14 European and Asian countries.
14 стран Европы и Азии.
Opening of the transit railway corridor to Iran through the territory of Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan is strategically important. This road is used for transportation of raw materials from Asian countries and Russia to Iranian port Bandar Abbas. How to open a company performing cargo transportations in Kazakhstan? What are the world's most widely used ways for cargo transportation? And what is the future of the world trade in 2017? Cargo transportation services are always in demand, and starting a business on that is quite easy. You do not even need an office for that. Buying a commercial vehicle Gazelle is the most common way. However, it is also possible to search customers instead of waiting for them. First of all, there is an option of small investment, provided that initially the fleet of vehicles will consist of private trucks and their owners. The intention of such business is to create a well-functioning operation center that will actively collect orders and distribute them between vehicle owners. In the period between 2005 and 2012, the amount of logistical services increased more than 2.5 times. Over the last years, all-inclusive logistical services have grown exceptionally fast. Global trade development has led to the formation of 3 major trade regions: Europe, North America, and Asia and Pacific. The US is the largest market of transport and logistical services. It is followed by European countries and China. Asian markets demonstrate the most rapid growth. In the meantime, the amount of logistical services in Europe is decreasing. The regional leaders are India and China for today. Experts think that in the future, the major cargo flows will be moving along 2 international routes: from Southeast Asia to North America and from Southeast Asia to Europe. Logistical markets of different regions have their special characteristics. In North America, they are distinguished by the wide range of various transport services, well-equipped storehouses, and other services. The North American Free Trade Agreement concluded between Canada, the US and Mexico had a positive impact on local logistical services. In Latin America, water and more precisely ocean transport plays a key role in international carriage. The development of logistical services in Asia is determined not only by China and India, but also by other countries with export-oriented economies: Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia. Large-scale logistical projects are being implemented in Southwest Asia. For example, the world's largest airport was built in the United Arab Emirates. The World Trade Organization for the first time in a long period raised the growth estimate of global commodity trade in 2017 to 3.6% from early expected 2.4%. Last time the world trade was growing at a rate of more than 3% in 2011. A 3.6% growth will be 3 times exceeding the growth rate in 2016, which was only 1.3%. The improvement of the outlook for 2017 is explained by the enhancing growth of trade in Asia and North America.